Death is too good for him. And I won't believe he has any remorse until he suffers like my daughter suffered.
A family forced to live through a nightmare. 14-year-old Alianna DeFreeze died just trying to get to school. Today, her killer learned he will pay with his life, sentenced to death for his crimes against an innocent child.
Good afternoon, I'm Mark Nolan.
I'm Ramona Robinson.
We told you about this earlier today by virtue of the Cleveland 19 News app. A judge sentenced Christopher Whitaker to death.
Sia Nyorkor has spent hours in the courtroom as this whole case played out. She joins us with a long road ahead for Aliana's family members. Sia.
Mark and Ramona, it's definitely been a long road as we all had to listen to the horrific details of her death. In fact, before the judge sentenced Whitaker today, she talked about the barbaric way that he tortured Aliana. Today at the courthouse, her family members told me that death is too good for him. Before sentencing Christopher Whitaker to death, Judge Carolyn Friedland asked him if he wanted to make a statement, and he told her no. The 45-year-old registered sex offender was convicted on all 10 counts of kidnapping, raping, and murdering the 14-year-old girl as she was on her way to school, then leaving her body in a vacant home. Today, her family members addressed the court and talked about how they don't believe Whitaker is remorseful for what he did.
He just snuffed out a really bright light in the world because of his own selfishness.
We have to tell everybody this is what evil looks like. And he will not torture anyone else again.
You're lucky I'm not the same person I was 25 years ago because there's not enough police in here to stop me. And you need to know that. And when you get where you're going to get what you got coming. Before you get to that gas, that lethal injection chamber. My baby didn't have a chance.
Her family is trying to move forward. They've been focusing on the Alianna DeFreeze Let's Make a Change Foundation. We put that link on our website. They have vowed to honor Aliana by raising awareness and trying to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. Coming up on Cleveland 19 News at 5, Aliana's family members say this has taken a toll on all of their lives. I'll let you know how they're coping. Ramona, Mark.
Thank you, Sia. Whitaker will join 137 inmates on death row. That includes 136 men and 1 woman. 20 of those are from Cuyahoga County. There have been 2 executions this year.
Aliana's case prompted Senate Bill 82 in Columbus. If passed, parents would be notified within 120 minutes if their child is absent from school. Earlier this month, we told you that the Education Committee unanimously passed it. Senator Sandra Williams sponsored the bill. We spoke to her office today. It is now waiting for a vote in Rules and Reference Committee and will hopefully be on the Senate floor April 11th.
It takes a real monster to take a child who's going on her way happily to school. It happens too often.
A father's emotional moment in court at his daughter's killer is sentenced to death. Now her family promising they won't let Alianna DeFreeze's name be forgotten.
Our Sia Nyorkor has been at the case since Aliana was murdered, and through this entire trial, she's here now to explain why the family isn't happy with this sentence. Very emotional day, Sia.
Very emotional. Tiffany and Chris, it was riveting in that courtroom today, and at times tense as Aliana's family members addressed Christopher Whitaker for the first time. They let him know that death is too good for him. 45-year-old Christopher Whitaker sat handcuffed with his head down and eyes averted as a judge sentenced him to death. Earlier this month, a jury convicted the registered sex offender on all 10 counts of kidnapping, raping, and murdering 14-year-old Alianna DeFreeze as she was on her way to school. Police found her body in a vacant home on Fuller Avenue. Judge Carolyn Friedland asked Whitaker today if he wanted to make a statement, but he told her no. Aliana's family members told the court they don't believe he's remorseful at all.
Death is too good for him. won't believe he has any remorse until he suffers like my daughter suffered.
Our children mean a lot to us. They might not be your children, but they mean a lot to us. The 93rd is a safe haven for sexual predators like this monster behind me. And you're lucky I'm not the same person I was 25 years ago, because there's not enough police in here to stop me.
Aliana can't be here with us today, but her voice will ring forever. We would never, ever let anyone forget her.
Her family is trying to move forward. They've been focusing on the Aliana DeFreeze Let's Make a Change Foundation. They vowed to honor Aliana by raising awareness and trying to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else. We put a link to that organization on our website at cleveland19.com.
And Sia, we mentioned that you've been in the courtroom since day one, and you've spoken openly in the newsroom how this was a very emotional and very difficult case.
Oh, very. I mean, it's just the details, the horrific nature of how she suffered, and for her family to have to sit through all that and relive it and see those photos. It was awful.
Yeah. All right, Sia, thanks for the good reporting on this.
Thank you.